I am personally motivated to engage young people in this community and get them involved and encourage them to be involved because Austin and Shalom Austin is such a young, vibrant, new community. There are programs for every circle of life, whether it's Shabbat and play, young adult events and happy hours, all the way to senior events. And all of these wonderful opportunities, these programs, these events are made possible because of the contributions that this community makes towards the Shalom Austin annual campaign. I want to encourage my friends and my family and my fellow Shalom Austin community members to contribute, to be involved, and to use their voices to speak proudly of their Judaism and our culture and our community. I don't think I can express enough what I have personally received from this community. This community embraced me as a newcomer. I was invited to events, I was welcomed, and I'm thankful to everyone and anyone who has done something kind for me, so I can feel like this community is mine, and I want to be sure that I can do the same and encourage others to do the same. I would be remiss if I didn't thank this community for introducing me to my friends. My involvement in this community brought me to my husband, who I met at a young adult division event. We got married here under a chuppah, and thanks to all of that, we are now raising our family here. Our kids are going to be involved here. I want them to know this is the foundation, this is their home. And I wouldn't be the Jewish leader that I am without the foundation that Shalom Austin has given me and my family.
I owe Shalom Austin so much for not only introducing me to my wife, but also just all the amazing friends I've made through Shalom Austin, and all the amazing experiences I've had, and the incredible leadership skills I've learned, and just the inspiration daily that I've gotten from Shalom Austin. I owe so much to it. When I graduated from law school, I became involved with the young adult division, and I learned a lot about Jewish leadership there. And part of my experience was joining the J-Lead program. And through J-Lead, I had an opportunity to learn about all the different organizations in our Jewish community that Shalom Austin is responsible for. I was really inspired by Jewish Family Service. Lawrence Mays was chair of the cabinet at the time and encouraged me to get involved. I was so inspired by the mission. So Jewish Family Service is really Shalom Austin's social safety net. We provide social work services to seniors, to families who are at risk. A lot of people don't realize about the Jewish community is that we have a number of members of our local Jewish community who are living really close to the poverty line. Frequently we get requests from people saying, if I don't get emergency financial assistance from Jewish Family Service, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to keep the lights on this month, or I may be evicted from my home this month because I can't pay the mortgage. I'm motivated to work on behalf of Jewish Family Service because it's such a Jewish value to meet the needs of the members of our community and to make sure that no members of our community are hungry or without shelter. And it's because of the money that Shalom Austin raises through the annual campaign that Jewish Family Service is able to meet people's basic needs. Judaism really teaches us to get involved and to help others. The most repeated phrase in Torah is, remember that you were slaves in the land of Egypt. And it's important to remember where we've come from as Jews. And because of that, it motivates us, and motivates me specifically, to be involved in helping others and in direct service to others.
So my parents were born in the late 1920s in Poland, in a rather large city called Lodz, which was an industrial city, a third of which was Jewish. And in 1939, the Nazis invaded. By 1940, they'd opened up the first sealed ghetto in Europe. It's a mile and a half, over 150,000 Jews living in squalid hunger. Anyone expendable was sent out of the ghetto. And my father's parents were older, and they were selected to leave. And before my grandfather left, he put his hands on my father's head, and he said the priestly blessing, which is the blessing of the Kohanim, the same blessing that I say to my children every Shabbat, every Friday night, Yivarecha Adonai v'yismarecha, may God bless you and keep you. And he said to my father, always remember that you're Jewish. As the daughter of Holocaust survivors, I wake up every day thinking, what can I do and how can I make a difference with my people? I had grown up with the miracle of Israel. I think that the idea of Israel to my family had been something that was amazing, that they never thought would happen. And to be able to advocate for Israel now, to be the voice, my family had never had a voice, and I am that voice. Shalom Austin gives me the opportunity every day to build Jewish life in Austin. There is no other way that I can touch so many lives than I can with my involvement at Shalom Austin. And whether that's Jews in crisis or Jews that are rebuilding, I am part of that, and we all are. I would love for the entire Jewish community to get the sense of family that I do from being involved in Shalom Austin. I try every day to engage people and inspire people and get them to have the feeling that they belong, and they belong here, and they belong with us, and that they need to be here to make the difference. Our dollars that we invest in the Shalom Austin annual campaign is responsible for a resurgence of Jewish life. Can you imagine that we are living in a time where we can each live proudly as Jews, that we not only have freedom, but the ability to make change, that we have a voice, that we are able to make a difference. And I want you to understand that it's on you to join me to make that happen, that it's on each of us every day to make sure that our people have a solid ground and a beautiful future. And if we don't do it, no one else will.
I am here because together we can make Austin the most warm, welcoming, and inclusive Jewish community.
I am here because we care for Jews in need.
I am here because no matter where we live, we are all part of one global Jewish family.